So I know that all of you already know we are in an absolutely insane time for the CS2 markets right now. Every single day there is seemingly like a handful of items that are just pumping to the moon out of nowhere, but there is a very, very real chance that things could get even crazier from here. And I know I talked about that a little bit in yesterday's video, but today we got even more new information. Believe it or not, this tweet right here from Gabe Follower is actually, at least a lot of people are speculating, is hinting at a big new update coming to Counter-Strike 2, hopefully sooner rather than later, and obviously some new content and some exciting new stuff could take us even higher from here. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. That we're going to be talking about that and much more in this video today. But of course, first, just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash, crypto, or any other payment method, hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be that first link in the description below. Email and Discord are also fine ways to get in touch with me. But obviously, I'm looking to get those big deals done. It's a crazy time in the markets right now. Prices are going sky high. So let's get some big stuff done. I'm looking to buy, expensive skins, gloves, knives, bolt cases. Maybe you want to sell your entire inventory. Maybe you're looking to, wait out this market insanity. I don't know. I would love to help you cash out safely, effectively, and efficiently. You don't have to worry about getting scammed from anybody else or any weird stuff going on. And of course, by selling to me, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content. So yeah, let's get a big deal done today. With that being said, let's get right into this video. So Gabe Follower tweeted out this seemingly out of nowhere, seemingly unexpected, and nobody knew what was going on at first, but as people started to decode this cryptic tweet, it started to make more and more sense, and I think the people of the CS2 community have figured this thing out. So Gabe Follower tweeted, "Squid, dog, beer, Poland, nuclear reactor, and businessman." I don't really know what the heck is going on. It didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me at first. And again, there was some people, Gabe Follower does all kinds of stuff. He's a content creator that does CS2 and Valve news leaks. He likes to try and figure out the stuff that's going on before it happens, but he's been doing a lot of stuff with like Half-Life 3 and everything like that. So I don't really know that whenever he tweets out something or makes a video or makes a post or whatever that necessarily has anything to do with CS2. But like I said, people started to figure this out. And what many people are speculating this tweet means or has to do with is the fact that we are very, very likely going to be getting some new maps in Counter-Strike 2 soon. Now, I know previously a lot of people had been upset that the most recent updates we've gotten have mostly been related to, skins and stuff like that. People are like, oh, Valve's just trying to make money. They're trying to get the money printer going. We had the Armory. We had the new Armory update, the Fever case, kind of some different stuff like that. But the gameplay stuff hadn't necessarily been there, which I don't even entirely agree with, because I think in general, Valve has been consistently putting out small gameplay updates throughout CS2's entire lifespan so far. Has it ever been, the new AI anti-cheat system that people have been waiting for, or anything insane like that? No, but look at gameplay, or even just try to remember back to what the game felt like on CS2's release and then play CS2 today. It's an entirely different game gameplay wise. They have been optimizing it. They have been making things better and better. Now, does that mean you have to be happy with the state of CS2? No. Does that mean they shouldn't be doing more in terms of, anti-cheat and anti-botting and farming and stuff like that? No, they absolutely should be doing more stuff like that, but that doesn't mean they can't release some skins in the meantime. And also, we did just get Train recently. We did have, the Premier Season 2 finally underway, and now it looks like we could be getting some maps very, very soon. And what this is related to is actually, well, one, I wanted to say that if we do end up getting this update and these new maps, it could be very, very exciting, because again, something we talked about in the last video, there was actually no new content updates released for Counter-Strike 2 in April. If you guys do remember, Spring Forward, this was the new Armory stuff. This was the Fever case, all that stuff going on, all the new care package drops and skins as well. That actually came out on March 31st. Remember, we had the very, very historic bet between X Mercy and the anonymous guy that was like Zipple's friend or whatever, of whether or not a big update would come out in March. And remember, it happened on March 31st. I think it was April 1st, maybe some places around the world, but at least for the United States, we got no new content updates throughout April. So there is kind of an expectation that there could be something coming in May, because generally throughout the history of CS2, we've gotten at least one small to medium newsworthy update per month. So the fact that we didn't get anything in April is a little bit interesting, and that's why some people are expecting us to get something. X Mercy did tweet out this as well. He said CS2 is AFK for over 1 month after dropping the last update out of nowhere. The Austin Major starts in 1 month, so if they have any gameplay changes, bug fixes, or optimizations, it's probably either coming this week or after the event. Premier Season 2 is set to end after it. So that is something to remember as well. Premier Season 2 ends after the Austin Major. The Austin Major is like middle to end of June. So for a new update, again, we could be looking at something very, very soon, within the next week or so, because if they drop something, they don't want to put it out too close to the Major. They don't want to risk, messing up the Major or anything like that. So anything new could potentially be coming out very, very soon, or it could be coming out right after the major sometime in there. We don't necessarily know, but either way, sometime within the next couple months, it seems like something big is going to be coming out. So again, why does this tweet from Gabe Follower show us that some new maps are coming out, or like these maps specifically or whatever are coming out? This is all related to this MapCore mapping competition that just recently happened. MapCore tweeted out the winners of our Big Adventures Counter-Strike mapping contest have been announced on behalf of MapCore, and face it, congratulations to the grand finalist winner, Grail. And we can see here that MapCore is proud to present the winners of our Big Adventures mapping contest for 5v5 maps, powered by Face It. And here is that map that won, Grail. And you can see it's got some octopus tentacles all over it. And again, that is related to obviously this first octopus emoji that Gabe Follower did tweet out. And Aqua is Missing, again, shows us the 6 different maps that are coming and how this is all related. There was a top 10 of this thing. Here's the Big Adventures mapping contest stage 3. There's Alpine, Canopy, Jura, which again, Jura is welcome to Poland. Again, we saw the Polish flag as one of the things that was in that tweet. So Jura is potentially one of the maps coming. Grail is one of the ones we talked about. Somebody tweeted like all the different ones. I don't remember if I specifically have that pulled up or not. But you can relate every single one of those things to one of the new maps that is coming. I believe some people were saying that Cash is one of them as well. I think there's a map called Agency coming. So yeah, some of these are related to this mapping contest. Some of these are related to maps that have been in the works for a while. Again, stuff like Cash and things coming very, very soon. So that is exciting. And it does seem like, again, Aqua is Missing and Gabe Follower and some of these other CS2 leakers or data miners or people who like to stay in the know do think that some of this stuff is coming very, very soon. So if you're interested, you'll have to go check out MapCore, check out these maps more in depth. I don't know. I know some people are excited for some of these maps. Some people are saying some of these maps are trash, whatever. But alongside with new maps coming, could potentially mean some new skins, could potentially mean some new collections, could potentially mean an update to the armory and some kind of rotation, which would obviously be very, very exciting. It could mean a lot of different things. I know there's some people who want to see the competitive map pool changing after the Austin Major, but there's just all kinds of different opportunities for Valve to be doing in terms of updates when something new does come out. So again, this could change everything in a big, big way, but even just getting some new content, even just getting some new maps to try out and play and get people coming back to the game could, again, in turn be very, very big for the markets. Now, it could have no effect on the markets. I know last time that they released a series of like 4 or 5 maps or whatever, it didn't really matter for people because they were just, at the end of the day, maps for people to play, and they weren't even a part of Premiere. Nobody really even, played them or tried them too much or whatever. Nobody really cared. But this time could be different, and again, it could coincide with another bigger update. I did think it was interesting as well. FM Pone has been tweeting out, different skins that he would like to see as a part of the release of when Cash comes out. And again, this could be part of some Cash 2025 collection. This could be part of some armory rotation or whatever. So I want to show some of those skins that he's been showcasing or tweeting out or whatever. There is this here. This is the Op Reactor. I don't really think this is that crazy or cool. This really doesn't do it for me that much. And honestly, we've been getting a lot of mid-ops lately with stuff like the CMYK and the Long Dog. So I don't really expect us to get any kind of new kind of mid-op or really a new op skin in general that soon. It's not really something I'm that excited about or moves the needle that much for me. But he does have a couple of other ones here. He has the AK-47 Doomsday. I think this one is kind of interesting. Again, this isn't necessarily my style or my flavor. I don't really think this is that cool, but maybe this does it for some people. I don't know. I at least like the fact that, hey, they are speculating about new skins, but it also shows how real, the new Cash update is coming and how the new, how real the push for this new Cash update to get added and new Cash collection, everything to get added into the game is. So obviously that is very, very exciting. And then also a couple of other skins here. He has the AK-47 Tetanus, which I do think is cool. I think that's a little bit cooler than the other skins we've looked at so far. And then the Scar 20 Rangefinder, which again, it's just a Scar skin. Hey, I don't really care too much about Scar skins. I'm not going to get that too hyped up or excited, but it's at least something. And part of every collection, you need to have the high-end skins. You need to have the lower tier skins. You need to have, the shotgun skins and the scout skins and the Scar skins, whatever. So yeah, FM Pone has been tweeting out a lot about this MapCore contest and updates and all the maps and everything. Again, here's some more pics from Grail, the map that did end up winning. And again, it seems like could be coming to Counter-Strike 2 very, very soon, hopefully within the next couple of months. Some people are excited for it. Some people say it looks mid, trash, whatever. But some other kind of random updates and news and exciting stuff going on around the scene. This I thought was very, very interesting and could definitely be a little bit of a top signal in the markets. Coco tweeted out this. Just found out you can use Klarna to finance CS2 skins. So there are some websites apparently out there that are using stuff like buy now, pay later to actually be able to finance your stuff. Klarna is a website where, again, you can buy it now and then do installment payments over time, which, again, to me is not necessarily a great sign and could be, again, just another one of the million reasons why the skin markets are pumping right now. And this, to me, is a horrible idea, especially with the skin market being as hot and as pumped up as it is right now. You don't want to be taking out debt, or you don't want to be taking out payment services for skins that you can't necessarily afford or don't necessarily have the money for. That's insane. And imagine if you bought some skins at the top, the market crashes, stuff goes down, 30, 40, 50, 60%, and you're on a buy now, pay later plan for over the value of your skins. That would be really disgusting. But again, like I said, could be just another factor that's sending things even higher, but that's really ridiculous. Also, again, people are tweeting out some of their updates and predictions for the Armory. Again, if we do get new maps, we do get some kind of new updates and things coming soon. I liked this from Brongo, where he said his predictions for the Armory. Rotating rewards every 6 months. This would be about October for the new update. Again, it's crazy because October might sound far away, but it's already May of 2025, which sounds absolutely insane to me, but we could be getting a rotation for the Armory. Could it be coming in October? Could it be coming sooner? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Roughly half of the previous rewards being removed. That would be very, very cool, seeing some of that OG stuff from the Armory being removed. He is expecting or hoping for new agents. He is hoping for community charms, a Cobble 2025 collection featuring the AK Dragon Lord. That would be very sick. The Cash 2025 collection, again, featuring an Option Noble. That would be very sick. Operation style mission. So there are some people hoping and expecting some new stuff to be coming very, very soon. But again, also another thing that I did see, Train apparently is being CS2's least played map in 2025 by a large margin. I know some people are saying, hey, it's a new map. So that's maybe why people aren't playing it as much. But some also people are saying, hey, it's just kind of trash. They didn't really fix the things about Trains that needed to be fixed. But again, along the lines of us getting some new maps soon and maybe getting a rotation to the active duty, Valve could be maybe incentivized to do that if they're not seeing the play rates and stuff like that for some of the maps they already have in place. We'll have to wait and see. But again, cryptic tweets, teasers, whatever you want to call it, it does seem like all signs are pointing to some new content, whether it be maps, skins, collections, armory stuff. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But it does seem like we could be getting some stuff very, very soon. And that's something I'm always going to be excited for. And like I said, maybe that'll send the markets higher. Maybe it won't. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Pretty much it was this video today, guys. Hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.